Hold your breath, all the moves we're making. Scared to death, and the ground is shaking. Oh boy, you got me really good.
Yellow. Hey, welcome back to another cleaning video. Thank you so much for being here. So we are starting off in the bathroom suite. As you can see, the shower is pretty dirty. Everything was pretty much dirty in here. So it definitely needed a really good deep clean. So I went in with the toilet first. I always dump some Clorox in there, and then now I'm just going in with some Dawn dish spray and some Bar Keeper's Friend. This stuff works really well, y'all. Like, it works well in the shower. I have used them, like, on the back of the bottle it says it works really good with like lifting up stuff on your pans. I really think that you need to like soak those things for like a good 24 hours, because I have tried it, you know, like on the back of your pans, like the gunk and everything that gets stuck to it, and it doesn't really get like all the gunk off. I mean, it does do a good job cleaning it, but as far as like doing like a deep clean to get all the stuff, you know, that's stuck on there, I'm going to try to like soak them for, you know, maybe like overnight or something like that, but it still works really well. So happy, what is today? Tuesday. I hope that you had an amazing week, y'all. We're going to get into it, but my team lost. I am devastated. But let's go ahead and jump into the video. We're going to be getting some good cleaning done today.
It's up to you. Treat me like you should.
This little hard scrub brush for a lot of things, but especially around like in the shower. I'm really starting to think that the gentleman that did our bathtub, so last year we had a leak in the bathroom up here in the shower. It was like leaking through the ceiling in the kitchen. And so we got a couple of quotes to like redo the bathroom and everything, because we just didn't really feel comfortable doing it ourselves, because there was like a major pipe and everything that was in this wall. And so we went with like a guy that, you know, small business, he owned his own business and everything. And it looked like he did a pretty good job. Like, we got a brand new shower floor, all new tiling and things like that. I really wanted to gut the tub and everything, but it wasn't in our budget at the time. So tiling, I mean, obviously recaulking and all that stuff. And I mean, like I said, after he finished, it looked like, you know, everything was fine. But now I'm starting to see that like a lot of the caulking is starting to lift. There's like cracking that's going on in the tile. And also like where this little nook right here in the shower, there's like some cracking. There's also like some cracking on the tub and everything. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really know if he did like the best job. And he did seal it. Like, we bought all of the, you know, like the material and all of that. And he used like pretty much the entire bottle of like the waterproof sealant that you're supposed to do, you know, after you tile and everything. So I thought all was well. But now that, like I said, you know, when I scrub the bathroom, some of the stuff around the bottom of the drain was like coming up, and also like on the corners of the shower. And I do know that I read somewhere, I saw something where a person, who was he? What am I trying to say? He was like somebody that lays tile for a living, and they say that like in your bathroom you shouldn't really be using harsh chemicals because of that. Like it can actually break down like your tile and everything and ruin it. They say that you really just want to use soap and water. So I've been trying to just use some Dawn dish spray in here and nothing like too harsh. And honestly, the Dawn dish spray really does work well. Like it really cleans the glass really well, all of like the soap scum and everything else. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fine for now, but I mean, I just hope it doesn't get like worse, you know, the cracking and everything else. Football break. Y'all, I am so, I'm just mad, frustrated, disappointed, sad, just like all of the feels, y'all. I cannot believe if you're new here, hey, I love the Ravens. I'm a diehard Ravens fan, have been for years. And we played the Bills on Sunday, and unfortunately, we lost. And you know what? Just like last year, when we were in the divisional rounds, like against KC, we beat ourselves. Like KC didn't beat us, the Bills didn't beat us, we beat ourselves. We had so many mistakes. 3 turnovers. Lamar threw an interception. He fumbled the ball trying to make a play. The ball like slipped out of his hand. Passes were dropped. Henry dropped a pass. Oh my goodness. Andrews, he dropped a pass. He also dropped like the game tying pass. Like there was like less than 2 minutes left in the fourth, and we had just scored. And so we went for the 2-point conversion to tie it. And I thought he had it. Like the ball was right to him. It was right to him, and he dropped it. And that was pretty much the game. It was 25-27. We lost another really, really costly game. It's so disappointing because we do so well throughout the season. And then when it matters the most, like when it's like we can't win, you know, big times. Like we just can't win when it really, really matters. And I know you're probably thinking like, girl, it's just a game, but it's just, when you're a sports fan, it's just devastating. Like I was just so disappointed. Like the scream I scrumped when he dropped the ball, y'all, like I was just so mad. I'm just showing y'all here, this little caddy I got from Walmart. It was really dirty. I keep like all of our shampoos, conditioners, soaps, and everything else in here. And I just really wanted to give it a really good scrub. So I did that. And then I also filled it up with some hot soapy water on the part where there is, the sticker is, to try and lift off some of that sticker. And I got most of it off, but yeah, y'all, I don't know. I can't believe it. It really, really sucks. And it's, you know, I think the biggest thing too is that so many people are really giving our tight end, Andrews, like a really, really hard time for him dropping that pass, because obviously we could have tied it and it probably would have went to OT, you know? And it's just, I think it's crazy that people blame the entire game on one play, on one person. You know, yeah, he should have caught the ball. He definitely should have caught it. But I think I read like he had 4 drop passes the entire season, 2 were in this game. So like he's a really good tight end. And I think the amount of hate that this man is getting is just like absolutely crazy. I saw too on social media, like his girlfriend, I think like deactivated her social media accounts or something like that, turned off the comments because they were getting death threats. Like it's just, people just go like really, really insane when it comes to sports and everything. Like it's cool to be competitive. You know, I'm a competitive person, but when you start going like real life and things like that and like death threats and threatening people's lives and everything, it's so ridiculous. And also, I just don't feel like you're a fan. You know, obviously people are going to make mistakes. You know, it was a huge mistake. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just crazy how people are, the way that they're treating this man. You know, they're acting like he is the one that lost the entire game. And that's not the fact. Like it's a collective effort, you know, it's a team effort. And he wasn't the only one. You know, Lamar made mistakes. Derrick Henry made mistakes. It was just, yeah, I'm really, really sad. Another thing too, like, I really wanted like this squad, like the members of this team to win, you know. I just felt like they look so good throughout the season, and I want everybody to still be there next year. And you know, you never know what is going to happen because people get traded, you know, contracts get bought out, and you know, a lot of players are going to go where the money is. That's unfortunate. I really think that the amount of money that we pay these, professional athletes is ridiculous, especially like baseball players. Like $700 million for a contract is crazy, is wild. And you have, ER nurses and things like that barely even make 100 grand a year. Like it's just, the money can definitely go to other places. And don't get me wrong, like they should get paid well because, they're putting their body through a lot of stuff, but it's just, I don't know, y'all. I'm just hoping that nobody gets traded. Everyone is like, a lot of Ravens fans are saying trade Andrews, trade Andrews, and I think he should stay. I want everybody to stay. Van Noy, Henry, Lamar. I mean, obviously, Lamar still has a contract, and so does Henry. I think he has like a 2-year contract, so we still got another year with him and everything. But Hamilton, like there's so many good players. Flowers, who was out for the game, like it's just y'all, it broke my heart. It really, really broke my heart, but. There's always next year. That's all you can do is just, accept it and move on. I'm definitely rooting for the Bills, and I'm rooting for the Commanders. Like, Detroit was, oh my gosh, y'all, that was so sad too. Detroit has never won a Super Bowl. Never. I'm just showing y'all here. This came out really, really clean after I cleaned it out, really well, but, they lost too. That was just so, so sad. I don't know. It's just, you never know what's going to happen with football. And I think that's like the main thing that I really love about watching it so much is that it's never done until it's done, and you just never know what's going to happen. Anyways, that's my little rant. Thanks for listening. Back to cleaning. So I took this razor and like I said, I just let this side here soak a little bit with some hot soapy water, and I wanted to get this sticker up as best I could. So I just took a razor blade and I pretty much got it up. There's a little bit of residue left in here, but I mean, not a big deal. Next time I clean it, I'm sure it'll come up, just let it soak. But it just looks so much better. Like I said, I love these caddies. I actually got them from Walmart. I think they were like $12, something like that, a piece. I have one for all of the cleaning supplies that I keep upstairs pretty much for the bathroom, like cleaning both the bathrooms up here. I keep it underneath the cabinet. And then, like I said, this one I use for all of our shampoos and things like that, and soaps and everything else.
Oh boy, you got me really good. Don't you realize I see right through your disguise? Music stopped and you were gone. I was hoping for another dawn. Now I'm looking everywhere for you, 'cause I need another dance, I need another chance. I'm waiting for, waiting for, waiting for. Waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, waiting for a sign. Waiting for a sign. Just waiting for a
Me why I filled up the soap containers like on the countertop. I knew it was going to spill over. But I also want to mention, so this rag, I know that I use this to clean the smaller, where the toilet is on the floor. I did clean this rag off really, really well. So I did let it soak in some pine sol, and I also washed it out with some soap. I'm really, I guess, I don't want to say weird, because I know other people are like this too. Like if I'm using a rag for something and I clean something really dirty, say, I know I'm just saying the floor, I just clean the floor. But, if I use this rag all the way, to, clean the floor, normally I would, say in the kitchen, I would, if I'm doing the countertops or something, I'd use a new rag. You know what I mean? Or I personally, this is just me speaking, I don't like using, the rags to clean the toilets and stuff. it's just, I don't like it. I personally don't like it. So I usually will use some paper towels, but you know what I mean? Usually if you're like cleaning something like really gross or something like that, you're not going to use like the same rag to clean something else. But I just cleaned that small area on the floor. So I was like, okay, let me just clean this off really, really well. So that's what I did. And then I also just used like the excess soap that I spilled from filling up the containers. I put the majority of that on the rag, and then I just, clean the sinks and the countertops and everything else. And then I'll use this rag to clean the remaining floor of the bathroom, and then I'm gonna toss it in the wash to clean it.
Feeling really bad, got a whole lot of problems, but they're always by you. I'm trying my best, but I don't know how to solve them. I don't know what to do. I need some time on my own to figure out what I want. 'Cause baby, right now I don't know. Feels like I'm riding solo. You got me thinking about all of the problems in us. I know it's sad, but we both know maybe it's time that I let you go.
So the bathroom is nice and cleaned and smelling so good in here. This is obviously, the biggest bathroom that we have in the house. So it does take quite a bit of time to do this, because you want to make sure everything is nice and scrubbed down and all of that, but it's done. So I'm super happy with that. So it is the next day, and this is the day after the game, y'all. I had like a sink full of dishes. I did not feel like doing it after that game. I made some, oh my goodness, y'all. So early Sunday morning, I got up and I put some ribs in the oven. Slow cooked ribs are the best. I'm telling y'all right now, if you're going to make some ribs, cook them in the oven at 275 degrees for 3 hours. So initially, like, put your seasonings and everything on them, cook them for at 275. And then after 3 hours, put on your favorite barbecue sauce, cover them, and put them in there for another hour at 275. The best. Like, they are super tender, fall off the bone, and they're good the next day. Like, that's what I did. So I made some ribs, which were amazing. And then I also made some loaded sweet potatoes. So I baked the sweet potatoes. I always melt some butter and I put some, excuse me, a little bit of cinnamon and brown sugar. And also before you put your barbecue sauce on the ribs, you want to lay down some brown sugar as well. But I put some brown sugar in there, and then I mix it and I pour it over the sweet potato. And then I top them with some marshmallows, and then I broil the marshmallows for only like a minute or two. Cause broiling, you'll burn your kitchen down if you don't pay attention. But that, and then I made some broccoli, and it came out so good. But yeah, so I was just hyped. Like, I always, whenever there's like a good game on, I love to like make some good food and, just like watch the game and just have fun. And yeah, but yeah, unfortunately it ended in disappointment, but that's okay. So I'm getting these dishes done. So that's really what matters. So like I said, first thing in the morning, I just got these nice and cleaned, and I don't know, I'm starting to, I feel like the bathroom is like the main area where people like really dislike doing stuff the most, as far as cleaning goes. But the dishes just, I don't know, they annoy me, y'all. Like, they really do. I try to keep up with, I'll always fill up the sink. So like all throughout the day, I'll just fill up the sink and then throw the dishes in there. And I'm washing dishes all the time, y'all. I've got a kiddo that's always eating, and I'm always making stuff for him, and, me too. And then when hubby gets home from work, I try to have dinner ready and all that stuff. So there's just like constantly dishes in the sink. So I'll just fill up the sink throughout the day, and then I really try to wash them throughout the day so that they don't pile up. But sometimes it doesn't happen, because people are busy and stuff is happening. But yeah, I do prefer washing my dishes versus putting them in the dishwasher, but I will use the dishwasher every so often.
But I keep thinking about you, yeah. Yeah. You've been in my head for so long, trying to forget, but it's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard, yeah. I need some time on my own to figure out what I want. 'Cause baby, right now I don't know. like I'm riding solo. You got me thinking about all of the problems in us. Know it's sad, but we both know maybe it's time that I let you. I need some time on my own to figure out what I want. Cause baby right now I don't know. Feels like I'm riding solo. You got me thinking about all of the problems in us. I know it's sad but we both know maybe it's time that I let you.
It was freezing today, like freezing literally. This was the coldest day of the cold front that we had come in. We did get snow, like, what was it? It was over the weekend. So we got snow one day. We got like a good like 6 inches, 5, 6 inches. And then it chilled for a little bit. And then the next day we got some more snow. And then it's just been like freezing weather. So I think yesterday the high was like 14 degrees. And today the high was like 5 degrees. So it was absolutely, it was just so cold. Overnight it was like -7. And just like, as you can see out the window right here, there's, you know, definitely some snow. So yeah, it's just been super, super cold, but it did warm up. So I think, yeah, so today it's supposed to be like 41 degrees, which honestly, I'll take that. Like I would much rather, y'all, I'm not a big fan of the snow. I mean, I've gotten used to it and everything, but I love the warm weather. Like warm is where it's at. I love the warm weather. I love water. I love all of that. Everything that we pretty much don't have in Colorado. Like we have lakes. That's the closest that you're going to get to the ocean. But yeah, we're landlocked other than that. So I got the dishes just nice and cleaned and out of the way for now. And then I'm going to do a really, really good deep scrub in the sink. I think I clean the sink. You clean the sink out multiple times a day too. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes stuff it just gets so repetitive. You know, you do the same thing over and over and over again. But if you don't maintain it and keep up with it, it can just really, really slip and get disastrous. Like I really do try to, for me, it's just so much easier to maintain your home versus, you know, waiting and waiting, because it just gets, that is when like, I feel like your mental health just like really starts declining. And it really does. Like your cleanliness and your home and your environment, you know, especially when you're there, like all the time and things, it really can have an effect on your mental health. And so I try to, you know, keep up with everything. I'd rather keep up with it and maintain my home versus having like a huge mess and a headache. And then, you know, you're having to, one area of your house is going to take you all day, if not multiple days to clean.
Let's take this show on the road. Same-ish, different day. I'll be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away. Hop a train, cop a flight, and ride. Tonight I gotta break free. My job, those boss be working my nerves. Clock out at 4. Oh no, do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool. I need my girls. The world is ours, so run it up. Let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too lit, us no
show on the road.
I have been coming out here pretty much every other day and making sure that I pick up Rex's poop because I don't want it to get like, covered in the snow. And then that's just gonna, like, when it all melts, it's just gonna be so much more to clean up. So I've been coming out here every other day, picking that up. Obviously, I mean, Rex does go right here on the patio. Especially when it's cold outside, which, like, honestly, I don't really blame him. But he does, like, he will still go downstairs. He plays in the snow. Like, he likes to run up and down the gate and, like, play with the neighbor's dog, and he'll go and, like, run in the snow and, like, play in it and stuff like that. But, with this freezing temperatures, I do make sure every time I let him out, I only let him out here for a little bit of time, and then I make him come back in because the pads of their feet and everything can get really cold, and I don't want anything to happen to him. Like, that's my baby, y'all. I absolutely love our dog so much. But so I came out here and I picked up his poop. And then I also keep a bag like at the end of the stairs as well. Bags, and then I'll put all the bags like in a bucket. We do have like a pooper scooper, which I think, I'll definitely be using more like, during the warmer weather, because the poop kind of does get stuck like to the snow and everything. And with this freezing temperature, like it's been getting stuck like to the ground. And so I'm with the rake and everything, I just don't think it'll like pick it up very well. So I've just been using some bags. And honestly, I mean, I don't mind, doing that. So I cleaned off the patio really well. And then I also cleaned off the stairs, and I also cleaned off right here where the little walkway is, so that, when he goes up and down the stairs and on the patio and things to do his business, he doesn't have his, his little paws like freezing in the snow and everything. We did buy him some snow boots. They were too small, so we did end up returning them. And honestly, we just forgot about it. I do want to eventually, get him some little snow boots. So like during the colder weather, I can, take him for some walks. I mean, nothing too long, like a nice little short walk. And so he's not cooped up in the house. But I got that done. I'm showing y'all here. So I've been wanting for the last couple of days, this door, I've been wanting to paint it. As you can see, I mean, I don't think it looks too terrible, but it does kind of stick out like a sore thumb to me, with the wall being darker and the door being white. So initially I was like, okay. So at first I was going to paint this green, because remember how I was telling y'all about like the color drenching? I do think that looks good, but I mean, you have to be like kind of strategic about it. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll, paint it green, but I decided to paint it black. And it was not a good look. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's just paint, y'all. Like, that is one of the things that I really, really want to do this year, is start exploring more like with color and just like doing it. Like, I'm definitely like that. I'm like, okay, this might look good. Let me try it. If it doesn't look good, you can, change it back. It's just paint. So I cleaned the door off really, really well. And I already had some black matte paint, the same paint that I used to do the mirror wall over here on the left. You will see some fingerprints on the mirror. Little man was in there like talking to himself and singing and things. I did end up cleaning the mirrors off, but yeah, so I was like, let me go ahead and just clean this off and lay down some paint and just see what happens.
Your heart, keep it in your pocket for safekeeping. Don't ever let nobody be the reason you throw it out, you stop caring about it. Don't let your head get in the way, can't be defined by your mistakes. You try really hard, but sometimes you fall, yeah, sometimes you fall. Say I'm not sensitive, but I can sense if it's right for me. Don't let your head get in the way, can't be defined by your mistakes. You try really hard, but sometimes you fall. Sometimes you fall. Sometimes you fall. And I know that you really tried to protect it. I know that you really tried, but you didn't get it. Sometimes you fall. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Keep it in here and lock it. Keep it in here, don't knock it. Before you try being on your own side for once, for once. Keep it in here and lock it. Keep it in here, don't knock it. Before you try being on your own side for once, for once. But sometimes you fall. 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 Sometimes you fall.
After I was about right here, I kept looking at this and I was like, okay, is this like, should I just stop here or should I keep going? And sometimes, like, especially with paint, you just have to see it all the way through to actually, know if this is going to be something that you want to stick with. So I continued on with the frame. I got the entire framing done and I started with the inside, and I did end up pretty much doing like 2 coats because with flat and matte in one paint, it does, I mean, ideally this probably isn't the best option for a door because you probably want something that's like a semi-gloss or what's the other one? What is the other finish? Satin. Those two are like more, a lot easier to like wipe off, especially semi-gloss, that they recommend it a lot, like for your bathroom and kitchen and everything. Well, with like the humidity and also, wiping things down, probably not the best option for a door. But the reason why I like flat and matte in both is because like the look, I think the look of the black is just like really smooth. And I already had this paint, so I was like, okay, let me just see, what it looks like. And it's just the front door. Like, it's not like it's like the pantry door, something that you touch like literally multiple times a day, every day. We don't even come through this front door. We use the garage. So I was like, let me just try it to see what it looks like. So when I laid down this first coat, I was like, okay, I mean, it's like, okay, but it's not my favorite, but I still went in with a second coat just because you could see, I mean, obviously it's not all the way filled in, right here. It's still like pretty transparent. When you go from like dark to light, light to dark, it's really hard to tell like if you're going to like it or not until it's like pretty much, completely done. So I went in with a second coat. I started like on the bottom here. And that's like when I really started to see like, okay, I stood back after the second coat and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like the way that this came out. I still I waited for the majority of it to dry. So I did like pretty much the whole thing, with the second coat. As I was letting this dry, I went and got the clothes out of the dryer. I got several, loads of laundry done. And then, I came back in here and I was like, no, this ain't it.
We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's because there's something in the air. And I don't even care, no, I don't even care anymore. It's like we're losing all track of time. I just got one thing on my mind. Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around, wow. So where
2022, I really do need to get a paint sprayer. I have been looking at some of those. It's just like so much more convenient, honestly. I mean, during the colder weather, if you want to do stuff, obviously you'll be cold, but that's really, I feel like, the only downfall, and cleaning it too. I heard that cleaning the paint sprayers are a pain in the butt, but so is like cleaning up after you're done painting something. But the amount of times that like I paint, and I love like flipping furniture, buying furniture from the Goodwill, or used on secondhand on apps and things like that. So I really think that purchasing a good spray painter will really be like a good investment, and I know that I would use it often. And our nightstands in our bedroom are like, the top is pretty warped. So I think I am going to try to sand them down. I'm going to try to sand them down to see how it would look, the top. If they're still like bubbly, or if the top is like that particle board, like not real wood, then I will probably end up tossing it. But y'all, look at this sweater. It says living in Colorado with Raven's Roots. I love this sweater. Hubby bought this for me years ago. I love it so much. But yeah, I've been thinking about doing that. If they are, like I can't really like save them. I don't know. I'm going to see what it is like after I sand them. The nightstands are a little bit big, in my opinion. So if I don't like the way that they, turn out, here's the plan. Let me back up. I'm going to get a sprayer, and I'm probably going to sand like the top of them to see how they look, and maybe spray them a different color, white, or I don't know, we'll see. And then if I don't like them, I'll probably end up just getting rid of them and getting some new nightstands. But the two dressers, like my big dresser and hubby's big dresser, I'm definitely going to keep those and just do something, just like try to restore them, give them a different look, something, because I don't like the way, that rustic look that they currently have. As I was folding the clothes, anything that was like stained, I got rid of. I don't know what, y'all, I've tried going between like a liquid and the what are they called, like I'm just going to call them pads, because I don't know what, like the detergent pads that you throw in that are already like pre-mixed for you. It's like not real liquid. I've tried the detergent sheets. I've tried using those. I don't know what it is. Something in here is staining, causes like some staining in our clothes, and I'm not sure what the heck. These are brand new washer and dryer. So if you have any tips on that, definitely let me know. Maybe throwing some baking soda in the wash. I think I'm going to try that. So this is what the door was looking like. And I just didn't like this. I didn't like it. Like I said, I mean, it did take a while to do, but I mean, it's just paint. So I am going to go with my initial plan, which I should have just stuck to this in the first place, but there's no harm in trying, I'm going to go with the initial plan, and I am going to go ahead and paint this green. And I just think this turned out a lot better.
I know it's a little bit too much for sure. So cold, but we're always coming back for more. Egos in this wicked game, it's all for sure. Oh, I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead, to let me smile for all I care. Just wanna stay close, don't take that. Ain't gonna leave ya. Sabotage, you're a million. Explode every time you go and slam the door. Adore how we always end up on the floor. We know how to push the buttons to the core. I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again.
During the the second coat, I was just showing y'all what I like to do is go in with the brush like in the cracks and everything. That way everything is nice and filled in and, you know, fully covered. And then what I'll do is I'll go over it with the foam brush because it's hard to get all the cracks, you know, with just the foam brush. So when I go over it with the foam brush, it really hides the like the brush marks. And so this method works pretty well. I've done this pretty much, you know, because I've painted a lot of doors, and I've pretty much done this with all of the doors that I painted, and it does help a lot.
Ride for the triggered minds, but I don't ever want us to stop it. Go ahead to let me smile from for all I care. Just wanna stay close, don't take part. Ain't gonna leave ya. Everybody sabotage. You're a
Watching Rex around this plant, but I decided to put this little plant here with a plant stand and this mirror that I already had upstairs. I might switch the mirror out, you know, because I do have, you know, quite a few mirrors in here, but this is how it was looking with the green. I'm going to show y'all before and after the green versus the white. I'm definitely going to get some drapes in here, y'all. I think with the drapes, it's going to tie in really well. I used to have drapes, but they weren't long enough, so I ended up getting rid of them. But thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I will definitely see you soon. Bye.